Lies, it's all lies. 30 seconds.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
There's the 1 o'clock tweets. Or the 12 o'clock tweets as it is. Right on the set.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
You don't have to. That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news from right here inside Shroud Avatar, 5 days a week for your entertainment pleasure. Today is Friday, September 23rd, 2016, here in Shroud Avatar, and that means we have the weekend roundup for you folks. We'll be bringing you all the events and stuff that's happening this weekend, and of course, just telling you about all sorts of other stuff. We have some updates from the folks down in Portalarium to tell you about. We got some stand-up corners. Of course, we've got a fitting tribute to our lost friend Lacey that's been added into the game. All sorts of interesting news to talk about. So how is everybody doing out there? How you guys in the studio today?
Doing great.
Thanks for joining us. Doing great, man. Fantastic.
Well, don't forget that if you want to join us live on stream and either just listen in, or if you actually want to say things, you can always go to nbnn.info, click on the connect button for Discord, and join us in the green room because we're too lazy to make it to the live on air channel.
To move down to the live on air channel.
I know that channel. It's way too difficult to click on that button.
I'm telling you, it's rough, man. It's rough.
Yeah.
I got arthritis in my click finger from trying to move down there too often, you know.
Yeah, something like that. Now, in game
towards that.
Yeah, in game related news, we do have to advise everyone that there was a patch to the client patcher. So
that's right. For all you folks wondering, we just Jack just figured it out.
Yeah, I figured it out because I can read. So there is an update to the game patcher itself. That it is not a patch to the game. So I think that they're trying to work on solidifying and hardening some of the game services, and they're starting with their patcher.
And the hardening.
I know.
Don't get these guys all excited with words like that.
Oh,
you know, words like that due to Led Zeppelin, man, you know.
Hardening.
I know.
Gets them all animalistic, so, you know, watch those words.
I know. Pretty soon they'll be like talking about weird things.
Yo, Geeks in the house. That's right. Geeks Fargash joining us here on a Friday afternoon here in Shroud Avatar. And, of course, you know, these guys like to hang out, especially Geeks. Lord British stops by. I was talking with one of the newest members of the Phoenix Republic last night, giving him a tour of stuff. You know, a couple of folks were giving him a hand, and he was passed from one person to the other person to the other person, and he got a pretty good history lesson, tour of the world, all that good stuff. And he's like, you know, does Lord British ever come hang out with you guys? And I'm like, dude, yeah, he comes hangs out with us all the time whenever he's got some free time, and he catches our tweets, which is every day because I make sure we get him tagged in all those. And of course,
and he's in Austin right now. He's been hanging out at the Austin Games Conference for a couple of days.
That's right.
I think that was the last couple of days. He even did a talk. Starr's talk was, I believe, yesterday, and then also we had a couple other people from Portalarium also giving talks. Starr did Developing in the Nude. That was his thing. I wonder if he took off all his clothes as he was up on stage.
I don't know.
I
I was going to say, what do you think the chances he'll show up the Shooter show tonight? Is that a little too far out of the way?
Oh, Marquis Dragon is in the studio today.
Oh, really? Oh, welcome, Marquis. How you doing today?
No. He's in the studio, as in at Portalarium.
Oh, I thought you was telling me he was in the studio here. I was going to say I didn't see him come in.
Yeah. Look at Gix's comment where it says he's in the studio today, and we also have a visit from Marquis Dragon today.
Gotcha. And of course, all sorts of fun things happen down there. So you guys call that the studio? Oh, geez, that's trouble.
I'm so jealous right now. I'm jealous.
You're jelly?
Indeed.
All sorts of jelly.
I'll just go down there and I'll just like go hang out with Matt and be like, hey, let's go to happy hour.
Out with his future ex-husband. Oh, look at that. Barrick's online now. So I wonder if Marquis going to hop online and come in as well. That would be fun. That would be fun to have all the boys come and visit. But meanwhile, somebody's going to see Shooter tonight. And Gix is going to the Shooter show too. So you may want to hook up with each other. Or did you already have that plan? And
I already knew it was going to happen. I knew he was going to be going, but I did not create any plans to meet up with him.
That's right. Don't forget to pick up Led Zepp at 7.
Yeah, I'm not driving to California to go pick him up to drive back to Texas.
He's going to be wearing the high heels, stockings with the plaid kilt and bustier. You can't miss him. The long beard.
To a gay man like myself, a Shooter show means a completely different thing. No.
Yes, okay, well, point taken. Let us say he'll be at the Shooter Jennings show tonight. Shooter Jennings, a big fan of the game, did some music with Lord British for the game. And Lord British did some music for his latest album. Everybody's playing in the sandbox together, and one of the reasons why I love this shit, I tell you, when great minds come together and start doing things like this, I mean, the album release party was, first as we understand, doing a worldwide release album party, and inside of MMO was something totally new, or at least first I've ever seen. I haven't heard anybody else talking about one. But moving right along, we do have a couple stand-up corners out there.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's a stand-up corner? Is that where the devs stand up and then they sit there and say, you know what, I worked on this yesterday, I'm working on this today, and then someone writes something down? Is that what the stand-up corner is?
Something like that. Whether you believe what they were talking about, whether that's truthful or not, or whether Chaos actually translated it properly.
Yeah, so we do have Wednesdays and Thursdays. Stand-up corners have been posted. They're both posted last night, late at night. Are we going to do both of them, or are we going to just do one of them?
I'll leave that up to you. There are a couple little changes, so I may want to cover them both. You can take.
So you want to cover both, so which means do both.
Hey, I didn't stop you from hijacking the show and doing the pirate thing. I couldn't even if I wanted to. So.
Hey, you were having a problem breathing while I was doing the pirate thing, so
that's fucking right, man.
I had to do
problem breathing.
I had to do the Canadian. I had to do the Irish. Some really bad Scottish. I had to do a little bit of everything.
In chat last night, who was it? Let me scroll back here. We had Dirk Diggler, who was commenting on that, and he says, "Who is the pirate talking?" And I told him that was Jack. It was International Pirate Day.
Yeah,
he says, "I'm laughing like crazy right now." I told him we were pissing our pants. He goes, "I bet." So we were having a great time, and Arius barely got out. We can't stop laughing. Yeah, I mean, he was laughing so hard it hurt to talk. It was too funny.
I had to go to a doctor afterward. I had what is that when the bullet hit like in the stomach and the muscle bulges out and you gotta go.
Hernia.
Hernias. Gave me a hernia.
Give yourself a hernia laughing so hard. But anyway,
okay, so
whenever you're ready.
Moving right on to Wednesday's stand-up corner. Remember, today is Friday, September 23rd. So on Wednesday, during the stand-up corner, over in the art department, Bob said he was working on the haunted house textures and doors. Fletcher was working on the asset integration and testing and rotted armor.
Asset.
That's right, I said asset. Kevin is working on the juggles and integration support and the accordion and zombie parts.
Accordion looks nice.
I know. What's posted out there is pretty cool looking. Leo, the sound guy, is working on polishing my instruments and working on birds.
It shrinks and expands. Shrinks and expands.
I know. It's exactly. It's like a squeeze box. Just don't squeeze it too hard. In birds and the environment sound effects.
Might get some juice out of it.
Yeah, maybe we will no longer have the airplane flying around in different scenes.
I know that's still out there.
Matt is working on the. He's working on a female version of the one-man band rigging so she can play with herself.
What?
Hey, man, I just read the stuff and interpret it a little bit.
We can't make this shit up, I tell you.
One man? Don't they have a two-man band? 3-man?
Female one-man band rigging. So she can play with herself.
That's right.
Shouldn't that just be the one-woman band?
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
The real question is...
Let's not stop pushing that PC shit on this show, pal. We ain't going there.
The real question is, as he's rigging her up, is this like one of those swings?
Down, rigger all around.
Is this like a swing that he's rigging her up on? How's he rigging her?
This one time at band camp?
Ceiling bolts. Go to the hardware store.
Yeah. Okay, then Reed is working on jack-o'-lanterns, masks, and the new Grim Reaper statue.
Pain back there.
That's right. So then Scotty's working on bug entry. And agriculture user interface. Yay. And hand fans. Oh my god, I'm so hot.
Hand fans.
Ooh, they must go to my church. They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything like jazz hands? Hand fans?
Something like that. I don't know. Over in design, Brandon's...
Gix says boning is the proper term, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So he's boning the female version of the one-man band? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Over in design, Brandon was working on food and recipes. Dan was working on customer service support and player town, data tracking, and our doors navigation, and children and discoveries. Fire Lotus was working on community support and Release 34 content. Keith was working on player instrument update and player town template support and Airy. Lum the Mad was working on the Necropolis. That's right. Was working on the Necropolis updates.
Necropolis update was.
That's right. He has put Lacey into the game. And Quest Companions.
And if you want to see a picture of that, go check out today's tweet. And I included that today's tweet as a little Easter egg for those of you folks. It was shared in the forums last night, and I figured I would share it with the rest of the world today.
Yes, and then Sorcerer Steve is working on the S-Guard decoration and shops. Over in Tech, Eric was working on the NPC network performance. Jason was working on timecode and tax function tests.
Now you know where he goes.
Wizard Smoke. He found some bugs.
Here.
Yeah, you held it in too long. You finally got your cue.
And I was holding it, man. You know, you can hold it. Man.
Yeah, that and the item rename tracking. Burning Toad still scratching the itch with the Oracle's tentacles.
And
rename
tracking. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Then this is a big one for everybody that is currently crashing whenever they are using an AMD processor and the patcher crashes the game. They can't log in. He's working on the AMD crashes. Then Taslo is working on payment support and upgrade game assets and security. Over in QA, new guy Eric is working on machine builds, insanity testing, and QA training. Reese is working on sanity testing and training, QA, and forums. And Serafina was working.
Sanity.
There is no sanity. Serafina was working on customer service. Our production management and other group, we had Brecken working on the Truth Quest testing and Airy testing. Dippy Bird was working on CH3 physical visit and setup and combat scrum.
Can somebody translate that?
I don't know. I don't know what CH3 is.
We will get a translation diagram.
Yeah, and is it carbon and 3 things of hydrogen? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Hutch was working on art direction and template variations and world building test review, and Chaox was working on offers and decorations and Easter eggs and international support. Don't forget
it's too early for Easter.
Well, they try to add 3 or 4 Easter eggs into every scene that they build.
I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg.
Yep.
Veruca, sweetheart, darling.
You gotta love Veruca Salt. In yesterday's stand-up corner, we did have Bob in the art department was working on homes.
Bob.
Fletcher was working on integrations and cloaks and armor and clothes. Kevin was working on zombie bits and dragon and elf masks.
I want to see the
very
zombie
interesting.
Ooh, elf masks though.
Elf masks. You can go play around and be an elf.
Yeah, you're gonna be in elf heaven.
Yes, I can actually take off my hood or helmet. Exactly.
Yeah, Barrick's gonna love that because then he gets to play his elf finally too.
That's right. And then Matt was trying to get some blood in his cheeks. Some easy way to do that, just show him your boobs.
There you go.
That's right. And more emotes. Reed was working on Grim Reaper 2 and Grim Reaper Mask 2 and collision and levels of details on the haunted home. Then Scotty. Scotty was working on the map review and hand fans and bugs.
Bug.
Over in design, Brandon was working on player regeneration and food and recipes. Dan was working on the map review and customer service support for player towns and our door score guards and S-guard spawns. Then Fire Lotus was working on Release 34 tasks, because Release 34 is coming. Keith was working on the map review and discoveries and hometown and nested prefabs.
Speaking of hometown, Darkstar has been seen out there quite a lot building lately.
Oh yeah, he has. He's the master of the walls. Then after that, Keith was working on, or did I already do Keith? Map review, discoveries, hometown. No, yeah, I already did Keith. Sorcerer Steve is working on map review and S-guard feedback and integration. S-guard feedback integration. Then over in tech, Eric.
Let's tie him up.
What for? Rig me.
He wants to be rigged.
I want to be rigged.
That's right. And then Eric was working on taming.
I wonder if he's going to work on any taming, though.
I don't know. You think he might be working on some taming?
Yeah, I don't know if he's working on any taming. And then Jason was working on the...
I don't like taming.
So that's his tamming.
Sorry, taming, and tamming.
Tamming. Yeah.
No, I think one of those might be taming now that you mentioned.
Yeah, just one of them. Then Jason was working on code reviews and the Cabana machine setup. Wizard Smoke. I think you're hitting that pipe a little bit too much. You're missing your cues.
What kind of wizard are you smoking over there?
Well, he does love wizards with long poles.
It's a big staff.
All I need are some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
Are you going to order a pizza and send it to class now? Okay, Wizard Smoke was working on bugs. And bugs. Then Tassilo was working on upgrade items and the Cabana machine setup and security. Over in QA, Eric was working on sanity testing and machine builds and forums and regression. Reese was working on sanity testing and forums and regression and QA. And then Serafino was working on customer service and poster tracking and offer testing.
That's right. She is tracking those posters. I got a message from Sarah.
Ooh, yay. Our production management and other group. We did have Brecken working on the Airy NPC dialogue testing. The Dippy Bird was working on skills and login metrics. Gorn testing out that red Speedo. I know, as he works on general business and add-on store preparation. Got a bunch of stuff coming to the add-on store real soon.
Real soon.
Barrick was attending the Austin Games Conference and community catch-up and Steam and Spotlights.
Barrick.
Yes, your future ex-husband.
That's right.
Have you notified him of that yet, or no?
I have not yet. I'm waiting.
Okay. Then Hutch was working on the World Builder application review and Map Flora performance and map review. Lord British was at the Austin Games Conference and Jiraland.
Jiraland? We love when he's in Jira.
Yes. He was also working with Being Lum's Bane with dialogue direction and offline playtesting. Somebody has to test that single-player version of the game with the companions, and that's what Lord British has been doing. Then Chaos was working on offers and poster tracking and decorations and instruments and wax. And the last but not least, we had Darkstar working on the Bob Bullock meeting. And if you don't know, that's the that Bob Bullock.
Is that Jim J. Bullock's brother?
Bullocks.
I don't know about that, but it's a building downtown. And direction and map review and setting up hometown. If you have not been out to Hometown lately, you do need to go out there and you need to see what Starr has been doing.
And where is Hometown located?
It is right next to Soultown, over by the coast.
Yay!
And that's our stand-up corners.
Yeah, I haven't notified him yet because I want it to be a surprise. You know, kind of like surprise butt sex. I mean, it'll be amazing.
What?
I
Surprise.
can't. So we have
And
Shroud Avatar, which I believe is Eric hanging out in Twitch
yes,
chat trying to give us
I
some
think that is
information.
him. Yes.
I'm trying to get him some permissions here.
Hold on. I'm trying to view the copy link to clipboard. Let's go post it. That is what he was posting. And then he did send out that tweet for the construction of Hometown is underway. And you can actually see a couple screenshots of some of the walls that Starr has put up on that tweet.
Ah, very nice. Thanks for sharing that.
And
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to add him so he can actually come in and add posts there. And
well, hold on.
it's shooting me down right now, probably because he's on a timer. But anyway, welcome to the stream, Beric. We appreciate it. Hope you guys are having fun down there today with Marquis and the boss. Moving right along.
I don't know what the actual command is.
We're going to bring this up on screen, what he's sharing.
Well, I already did, so I don't know what's taking you so long.
Well, you know, I'm trying to do half a dozen other things here. You know that. But yeah, you don't know anything about that. You just show up and do the show.
I got to buy a lottery ticket.
And then
yes.
And then I also tell you how to do things.
Yeah, well.
Occasionally.
Arius,
you need to put the left leg in first, and then the right leg. Then pull it up.
But I need help.
You win 1,000 G. Contact Charles. Look at that.
Hey, congratulations.
Hey, all right.
Here's the winner. And let's go ahead. I haven't picked up my ticket today.
I did not win again, so it is time to destroy selected item.
The Novian Lottery is run by Charles Scott, and NBNN is a proud sponsor of the Novian Lottery. There are offices all over the world, and of course, Charles just added a new office last night, he told us. Let me go back and pull that up real quick. Let us see. Where was the new office?
It was in some town that I've never been to.
Yes, I know, and that's why it's not sticking in my head.
Right. Yeah, that's a lot of scrolling because last night people were extremely happy in here.
Which is very weird. There was a lot of chat going on.
Well, it's because certain divas were taking over the radio and bringing in their friends.
Well,
I love them.
There was the guy who we were all hanging around with and having a good time with. He joined the Republic last night, and I was giving him a tour. The girls were showing him around. We were having a good time, doing what we do, showing a new guy the ropes, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking for Charles's message. I
am too.
I'm only to 8 o'clock. I'm only at 8 o'clock from yesterday.
Oh, you're way past me then.
Yeah, and it's still scrolling.
All right, let's pick that lottery ticket. Let's go down to the bottom.
So while I'm looking for this, go ahead and tell them the other places where they can buy lottery tickets.
Of course, you can get lottery tickets in Erie, where the main office is. You can get them in Odoris, and you can get them in Spite. And as soon as we find the other name, we will bring that to you. Sorry, not a winning ticket. What you do today can improve all of your tomorrows. Ralph
In bed.
Morrison.
The other town is going to be Port Titan.
Port Titan.
Yes, and so he posted that yesterday at 2:56. So don't forget, the pick 3 tickets are 100 gold each. It's just a matter of contacting either in Discord on the official forums or in-game Charles Scott, and with the 3 numbers that you want to pick, and give him 100 gold pieces per ticket.
He should be doing that drawing tonight, I believe. We got to find a better way to bring that to folks so that when he does the drawing, we can actually just bring it live.
Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was going to actually be doing it live on the show and giving everybody those numbers. But
we'll see if we can't get him here on Fridays. But you got a fortune cookie?
No, I don't.
That's what it says. It's like a fortune cookie, right, on a lottery ticket.
Yeah, you just put in bed at the end of every set, just like a fortune cookie.
In bed.
Well, there you go. I'll have to talk to Mr. Scott about that.
Oh yeah, everybody should follow Justin CW on Twitter as well as Eclipse Maiden, because whenever they take over the radio, you do need to follow those tweets. That way you make sure and you can tune in to Radio Free Britannia whenever they're doing their sets.
I tell you, those divas
scheduled and unscheduled.
Yeah, but it was a cheery day across the board yesterday, even on their shows. They did some remembrance for Lacey, and Justin got a bit choked up. Clips a little bit when she started, but she powered right through it like a diva does, and so did Justin. I was going to say, why do you keep switching seats?
I forgot. I forgot. That, and I normally sit over there on the bench, but today I was like, might as well sit in the chair.
Well, maybe one is a little bit more comfortable for the cheeks than the other.
Yeah.
I've been getting splinters in my ass over here. It's not been
maybe he likes a hard board across the ass, and that's why he keeps sitting on the wooden bench. I don't know. Yeah, but you got to watch out for those splinters. Now, of course, you want to show the folks the add-on store. Let's go ahead and do that here this Friday. Show them all the stuff that's out there on special for the upcoming holiday. And, of course, we understand
next
that
week
there's going to be more stuff.
Yeah.
Because they put it into the stand-up. We got the variants of the Grim Reaper statue, the Grim Reaper mask, the elf mask, the dragon mask. All sorts of interesting stuff coming down the pipe there, and I'm going to assume that that's going to wind up here in the store. For you folks who are looking for some swag right now, you can go ahead and get some of these seasonal spooky return of 2015 masks. And for those of you who don't want to become master cat wranglers, and just want to take the easy route out, you can go ahead and buy your own black cat for a whole $5.
And that's on sale for 50% off of the normal prices.
I got to look at that. If I paid $10, I'm melting down that sucker.
Right meow. It's on sale for 50% off the regular $10 price through November 30th. So if you want the perfect pet, you need to get the little black cat.
If you like a nice, warm, fuzzy black pussy, there you go.
That's right. And
I figured somebody would work it in eventually.
The pussy does purr if you actually have one in game. Don't forget to be watching the add-on store for this weekend, because I do expect Dallas to be putting a bunch of stuff out there.
Yes, that was noted again in the App Store, and not the Anna Star, the stand-up corner, and we'll hopefully see that. Again, today is Friday. We'll be having the newsletter out shortly today. And don't you go flubbing the newsletter today again. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
When that comes out, we'll get that out to you folks promptly, or as soon as I get back from dinner, whichever comes first. And we're looking forward to some interesting news out there, and that's something I wanted to talk about. With the departure of Lacey and all the topics of discussion that have come up, from memorials to what do we do to how do we remember people we lose. It was a discussion I didn't want to broach initially because people came to me, and I don't know if anybody came to you, but they figured, hey, the guys over at the news outlet probably have the best way of means of asking these guys. And truthfully, we didn't even have to ask. The subject was taken in hand by Lum, and of course the conversation was started at that point. And my understanding is Chris and Starr got in on the conversation, and they're going to be finding ways so that when we have people we want to mourn the loss of or celebrate the life of, as it may be, they're going to give us a means to do that in game. And as I forget who made the comment, but in one of the best ways to celebrate what Lacey did best was to celebrate with deco and decoration, and they're going to allow us and give us those items so that we can take upon ourselves to do those celebrations and make those memorials and all that good stuff, which I really thought was great to hear from those guys. And we're hoping to hear about that in the newsletter today. Only because it's something the community needs so they can do this on their own. It's great to see developers stepping up and doing that. And got to give these guys big kudos just for everything they do down there. While we do bitch, whine, and complain and moan about things, and why did they do this and why did they do that, it's the little things like this that just remind us that these guys and girls are working hard down there to give us this game and to produce what we've asked them to do with it. And they've done a bang-up job, and they step up with things like this when they really don't have to. So amazing to see. And again, one of the reasons why I love this community and this development staff so much. So that said,
they're very personable, and they are willing to. I mean, it's just the same way that they have done the outreach with like water.org with the charity stuff, tying in with the breast cancer charity with Shooter Jennings, as what's the other one? There's one other charity. I'm forgetting.
Water.org. Autism.
Yeah, the autism awareness.
Support for autism awareness, correct.
And that's all on the Make a Difference portion of the website. So if you're click on store, go to Make a Difference, and 50% of those proceeds do go to different charities. So the breast cancer charities, the autism awareness goes to 2 different charities, and water.org, which is safe drinking water out there for other people. And then I believe even the blood reliquaries, those also go. That's where only 10% of that stuff
only
actually goes to.
Goes, and that's more of a fundraiser for the game, other than for supporting the charity. But yes, these guys have been giving back since the beginning of time almost. And it started with the water.org, and again moved on, and we look forward to them to continue to support other charities and things of the like as they touch our lives here in the game. So they're not out there just doing it for themselves. They're helping us help others while we build and play this game. So get out there, help support good cause, get yourself a little bit of good swag, and help us build this thing and make it even better. And I'll tell you, it's come a long way since the chicken room, and That's something I keep hearing about, and we may be able to help prosper. As I keep hearing shout outs for a recreation of the chicken room, or to put the chicken room in as an Easter egg someplace where people can stumble upon it. And
who says it's not already? Who says it's not already an Easter egg in a map?
Well, I believe it was an Easter egg or something that was already there. Somebody would have stumbled upon it by now. And it may be something that they're waiting for release. Who knows? But
how long did it take for someone to actually go find the EZ Easter egg in I forget which map it was, where you actually had to climb the mountain?
Easter egg. That wasn't easy. I said that wasn't easy.
Well, okay, so it was
not
Esteban
easy. I'm talking it wasn't EASY, easy.
I didn't say it was going to be easy, as in no, but
find the easy initials.
That's right. I mean, so which is kind of a pain in the ass to jump up all the way up that mountain.
Oh yeah. Most people don't realize you can do some climbing like that.
Yeah, so it was done, and there
ready
are
for
Easter
that
eggs out there.
Next release, because I'm going to soapbox that climbing and stuff next release. I'm just warning you.
Well, maybe you should go invest in the what's that skill tree called? Subterfuge, so that way you can learn some safe fall.
Oh, that's got nothing to do with it. You'll have to wait till release 34.
You have issues with jumping again?
No, nothing with jumping. It's actually with being able to climb a mountain.
Okay.
Again, can't talk about that right now, but when release 34 gets here, believe me, I'm going to be pretty vocal about it.
Oh, okay.
We've been vocal about it in the past. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Hide the box. Yeah. Hide the box.
Well,
somebody go burn Laz.
You do have to remember that the QA server does get patched up, and they may have fixed that. I don't know. Maybe not. And did you bug report?
I'm not foreseeing that. Oh, it's been bug reported, and it's intentional, like it was last time. And again, I'm going to complain like last time, so we'll see where this goes. Anyway, moving right along. It is Friday, and that means we have the weekend roundup, whereas we give you all the events throughout the weekend, or at least the major events that aren't multimedia events, radio events, and stuff like that happening on streams, unless it is some special stream, which of course we will have coming up this weekend. But Jack, why don't you go ahead and start telling the folks about what we got going on this weekend.
So our community calendar is a community created calendar hosted by AvatarCircle.com. Avatar Circle uses a Google Calendar, so you can connect your guild or alliance's community calendar to, or Google Calendar to that community calendar, and add events willy-nilly. And just because it is a community calendar, you will need to get approval by Wrath Phoenix on the forums or in Discord, or you can contact him in-game, and the administrator, who is Kazan Phoenixfire. And since all times on this thing are Central Daylight Time, we refer to it as New Britannia Time, which is Game Server Time, and I completely flubbed that one. So this morning, if you were up bright and early, you could have listened to DJ Wolfdom on Radio Free Britannia at 5 a.m. until like 7, 8. I don't know, I was asleep. Then at noon, 3, 6, 9, and 12, unless one of the other DJs takes over the radio for some more unmedicated schizophrenia, you can listen to two idiots misinterpreting everything on Lunch with Laz and Jack.
I tell you.
Yeah, they really have no idea what they're doing. At 7 o'clock this evening, we do have a variety of events for people. We have the... Oh, I want to go kill this monster. Ooh, I see this player. I want to kill him. Or, oh my god, please, I don't want to hurt anything. Those types of events are coming up at 7 for you. If you're interested in PvE and you want to kill monsters left and right, you can always join the Phoenix Republic for their PvE nights. And that's going to be contact Kazan Phoenix Fire or Malakis for more information. At 7 p.m. also we have some PvP.
Oh, come on.
Q.
With the proper PvP.
Did y'all forget how to type or what? Since I had to type that myself. Okay, we do have the Vengeance Madness, which is an open PvP event where everyone fights it out in a Royal Rumble for an hour to see who is the ultimate death dealer. And then after that, if you're afraid to kill anything and you would rather turn around and sit there and stare at the stars, you can join Bowen Bloodgood at 7:30 to 8:30 for Friday Night Astronomy. And that's going to take place out in Caer Drockwich. Yes. Saturday morning, it's bright and early.
You're going to want to do a quick refresh here in just a second.
Okay.
What are we doing?
I was just making sure the...
Okay. I'm looking for it. Looking for it.
Yeah, posting willy-nilly. Let me make sure that's right.
Okay, well, at 7 a.m., we do have on Radio Free Britannia, we have Wake Up with New Britannia with Wolftam and Celine. And don't forget, that is their 1-year anniversary show. So please pay attention to that one.
What? Huh?
Yeah. Then at 11 a.m. out in Cottage Grove, we are going to have the NBNN Memorial for Lacey live from Cottage Grove. So don't forget to show up to that. That's also where the Church of the Dark Star is going to take place this weekend.
That is right. This Church of the Dark Star service is going to be Lacey's Memorial, and we will be covering that live from Cottage Grove. Amber will be doing the sermon, and I believe Kazan will probably be doing his thing as well. And we invite everybody to show up, show your support. Just come on out, even if you just show up to just pay your respects for a moment. We would appreciate it. Thank you.
And if you would, please wear purple. Everything purple, because that was Lace's favorite color. She loved purple. Yeah, Lacey's. Did I say Lace on accident?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. My apologies. Then at 1 o'clock, there is an event called Meet the Authors of New Britannia, which is Viren and Wamby's bookstore in Erie on the top floor. Then at 6 o'clock, we have the Port Phoenix Social Nights, where the guys from Port Phoenix do something random. They have no idea. If you want more information, you do need to contact Kazan Phoenix Fire for more details. At 7 p.m. on Saturday is the EVL Monster Mash Dungeon Crawl. The Saturday edition does start off.
Saturday night edition?
That starts off on the overworld map outside of Soultown, which takes us to Sunday.
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 At the Fairpark Coliseum.
It's sad when I have to do my own sound effects around here.
Hey,
we do
get these guys a freaking contract.
I know. Where's my contract? Okay, at 8:30 a.m. is the Pax Lair early morning edition of their weekly meeting.
$2.
At 11 a.m. is the Hospitaller New Player Support weekly meeting, where you can come find out all about the Hospitallers, or if you're a new player and you're looking for some support and you want to be mobbed by a bunch of people that know way too much about the game, that's the way to do it. And that takes place
support.
in the...
Is it like jock straps?
Yes, it is.
Even better, we come give you a helping hand up.
That's right. At 5 o'clock is the BMC Gridiron registration out in Black Rock Cove. At 5:30, the Gladiators gridiron battles begin. And don't forget, the Gladiators Gridiron is a one-on-one, up-close and personal PvP tournament with no rules other than 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
1 man leaves.
That's right. That's right. Use any and all game mechanics for your own advantage. At 7 p.m. is the evening edition of the PAX Layer meeting. And don't forget, PAX Layer is not just a community, it is also a collection of guilds. And
it's an adventure.
It is a lot of everything. And that does take place in their TeamSpeak server in the town of... Yeah, and in their town of PAX Layer. And last but not least, the weekend ends up with everybody's favorite event, Fishing with Winfield. Fish. And that's where they go out and they find some fishing spot somewhere, and everybody shows up and fishes or tells some fish tales.
Tells some big, tall fish tales.
That's right. And that, of course, is our weekend roundup for the 23rd through the 25th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar. That's right.
Nancy and I are going to go look at the stars.
Ooh, you're going to go out stargazing tonight there, Rodney?
Just looking for me, because I used to be a star.
Yeah, well, you used to be a star. And then, have you met E.T. yet?
Well, we did start the Star Wars program.
That's right. Okay. So you can shoot down E.T., right? So he doesn't get here and cause all the problems. That's funny, by the way. I'm going to sidetrack this real quick. Saw this documentary on Atari the other day, and I did not notice that E.T. was blamed for the downfall of Atari, the video game. Because they rushed it out during Christmas time.
It was a pretty bad video game.
Well, it was funny because there was the urban legend that Atari had dumped the whole rest of the stock that they had to buy back into some landfill, and some guys went out and went to do a dig, and they actually found this shit. They found cartridges upon cartridges of all types. They gave them out to all the fans who showed up for the dig and all this stuff. But the funny part of the story was the guy who wrote this game goes down video game as the worst video game in history, when in all reality, he did what nobody else could ever do. And he's funny in this. He goes, sure, at that time, I was so full of it, I didn't know what I was full of. So when they asked me if I can write a video game in 5 weeks instead of 5 months, I said, hell yeah. And he was living large. It was crazy in the 80s. But he put out a video game in 5 weeks when it used to take 5 and 6 months. And, he pulled off the impossible. He pulled off the impossible dream and got it to market in time. And it sold millions of copies, but it wasn't the greatest game in the world.
That's kind of like if you actually listen to some of Richard's stories about the early days of Origin, and their early distributors of how were all like going out and doing a ton of blow, blowing through money. Yeah, blowing through money left and right. And
one of the guys tells a story, and it's on Netflix. You got to go check it out. Just search Atari, you'll get it. But I mean, one of the guys tells the story. The first day of his work, he shows up at the offices, and he hears these guys party like animals. So he rolls a joint and puts it in his pocket. So he doesn't want to be the unhip guy showing up. And he runs in, goes in meeting the guys, and one of the guys goes, hey, and we're working on this. Come with me. We're gonna go inside and smoke and get stoned. And that was his introduction to Atari, And he's like, well, hey, I brought a joint. He felt bad because what these guys were smoking was nothing compared to the shit he brought. Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of
which I thought was hysterical.
Yeah,
to watch. But
in the late 90s, I was actually working at a tech support company for dial-up ISPs, and that's where I actually did work with the the primary guys from Red versus Blue. Yeah, well, no. The funny part was how much alcohol we consumed on.
Oh yeah.
While doing service calls.
We'll talk about this later, but we do have some folks we got to thank today.
Yes.
Time is running short, so let's get this knocked out so we can all get started on our weekend. I want to thank Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands. That's right. Starting in October, you'll be able to get Coilmore Wands direct from Aureus Coilmore. Our good friends over at Wake Up, New Britannia, with Wolftum and Celine, will be celebrating their first anniversary tomorrow. Join them every Saturday from 7 to 9 in WRFB. Our good friends at the BMC Guild. BMC wants you for the gridiron, the nastiest, foulest, most uncouth fights there are in the lands. And of course, Jack just told you all about it. The rules are, there are no rules. Our friend Jacob White over at sodamap.com. Sodamap is truth, so says Lord British. And if you ever need any travel assistance, go check out sodamap.com. Use the search feature. It'll show you where you are, tell you where you want to go, all that good stuff. Questies, everything. You check it out. You come back. You tell me whether you liked it or not. Of course, our friend Ben over at relicsbyrill.com for all your licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag. You want your t-shirts, you want your hats, you want your patches, comic books, coinage, drinkware. Ben's got it all, relicsbyrill.com. And if you use the promo code NBNN, you'll get 10% off that purchase online. Our friends over at sodataming.wiki, sodataming.com. Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting that messed up the last couple of days. Sodataming.com for all your taming needs. Sodacrafting.wiki and sodacrafting.com for all your crafting needs. These guys done a lot of hard work, so you don't have to. Go check them out. And of course, last but not least, our good friends over at the Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. Jack, you want to tell the good boys and girls about the Marketplace and what they can do out there?
Well, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. That includes game gold, all of your crafting supplies, or services that you want to offer out to people. So you can sell anything that you want that is, as long as it is game related. Just go to shroudmarketplace.com, click on the vendor registration, and you too can be set up in business, just like our most recent vendor
service,
which is
you got a new vendor out there,
which also has the service Soda Design Services, and where they are providing a decorating service. Or if you're interested in music, you can always contact Scroda with Scroda's music service thing, where $5 gets you everything you want, including the happy ending. Yay! Or if you're looking to host an in-game event and you need somebody to contact for, you can always contact Weddings and More by Laz.
That's right. If you need some space, you've used up all your lot deeds, you want to throw a grand event, and you don't know where to go. Nobody's got any room for you, and you just need to do something for a weekend, for a day, for a week, for a month. Come see me. I've got all sorts of great land available for you. We can take care of your guild parties, anniversaries, birthday parties, coming out parties, weddings, and more. Come see Laz. You want to have a sunlight wedding, a moonlight wedding, a sunset wedding, an underground wedding, a zombie wedding, a bloodletting, or Winkle's favorite, Bullwinkle.
It's whips and handcuffs this week once again. That's where Scrota's at currently. We've got him tied up in the basement.
You got him tied up in the basement.
Yeah, I've been spending. I spent my dollars to take the last hour to get anything I want.
Here you go.
More rigging.
That's how you get them. You hire them and then you tie them up. So check out Weddings and More by Laz at the shroudmarketplace.com, where you too can sell your wares and services just by going out and signing up.
Yes, and that means that it's time to thank the most important people out there, and that is you guys that are sitting there listening to us and watching us out on Twitch, YouTube, or on Radio Free Britannia. So we do broadcast all three places simultaneously and put the show in repeats on Twitch and on Radio Free Britannia. So thank you guys. We couldn't do this show without you, and we do it for you guys. So thank you from the bottoms of our hearts.
That's right. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We love you guys, what he just said. And we will be back on Monday. Don't forget to catch us tomorrow as we bring you the memorial for Lacey here, 11 a.m. coming from Cottage Grove. If you want to share your thoughts, stop on in, make your voice heard, show your respects, and just show your support for the community. We'll be back on Monday with the Weekend Roundup. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And this is Arius.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned to NBNN for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, and anything else we can bring you from right here inside Shroud Avatar. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you back here on Monday.
Golly, they done another show, Andy.
Update.
The show. Oh, you're not gonna.
We're all
this chair's comfortable.
I get hard.
I think there's something in there. That's why you had to change seats. You had to adjust at the bottom.
My wand's got a crook in it now.
Oh, I know who can polish it for you. Let's up.